Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of A Coffee with a Police Officer. It's a program that has been organized and run jointly between Megavision Association and as well as the police. The aim being, of course, to try to break the barrier between the police and the communities. A lot of time, and police programs do run along programs of community outreach. There is the community policing. This is different because now it is from the police to the community. This program is the community coming towards the police. And that makes all the difference because it breaks most of the barriers that you would have imagined getting in the way of communication. The suspicion, the mistrust, whatever else is in there. If it is the community coming, you find that they find a lot of comfort, a lot of support from the police if they have actually come in. Abooluganda b'ebitiibwa mwenna gye muli program ey'olwaleero ey'enjawulo Coffee with the Police Officer. Wayinza okubaawo abatanywa kaawa nga bali ku caayi naye ekyo kitegeeza kyangu nnyo nti oyinza okuba nti okuta akopo ka caayi ofunemu omukisa okukwata police officer mubeeko bwe musisinkanya biroozi. Emirundi egisinga bwe tulaba poliisi attitude ebaddewo naddala mu mbeera ezibaddewo ebadde nti poliisi ya ntiisa, poliisi etiibwa, poliisi yakuddukibwa. Programs ezibaddewo eza poliisi okusemberera omuntu wa bulijjo nazo weeziri naye era abantu basigala balinamu akantu kano akeekanga akeesika. Bwe kiba nti ate abantu community yennyini yeesazeewo ejje eri poliisi, olaba nti ejjija eddene eribadde liriwo liggyibwawo mu bwangu nnyo nekiba nti kiyamba n'okusobozesa programs okusobola okutambula. Already poliisi erina programs nga community policing, waliwo family affairs where gye bagenda mu community ne boogera about violence, domestic violence n'ebifaanagana bwe bityo. Emirundi erimu gye weza kusanga nti poliisi ezze neeyogera naye abantu tebasigala nga beesirikidde. Bwe bafuna omukisa nti bantu beebeerese ne baba nti bazze eri poliisi, ojja kulaba nti kijja kuggulawo enzigi nnyingi n'okuteekawo entindo abatabadde entindo poliisi asobole okuba nti asemberera omuntu wa bulijjo. Programu eno era ekyenjawulo ekigirimu kiri nti oluusi bagenda ne bajja ne bagamba nti tuzze kati police officer nze police constable oba police commissioner gundi ne gundi nze kwogera ku mateeka, ekiteeka tolina kuweta wano, tolina kukola bwoti. This is a different program. The program eri flexible, ina relaxation, abantu bafuna chance y'okuba nti boogeraganya ne police mu mbeera za bulijjo. Ebibuuzo ebimu sometimes oyinza okusanga nti bizibuzibu onaga nti yakwanyiwa poliisi, ayinayo boyfriend wa poliisi, and ebiyinza okuba nti mu mbeera za bulijjo poliisi muntu. Ekibuuzo ekyalibuuza kyali nti poliisi abaffe muntu oba si muntu. So program of today is really going to open up those channels. We are just beginning. It's going to be a bigger program that will hopefully go across many regions within the country. Program etandikire watono naye etandika okuba nti spreading out once it becomes effective. And we thank the police for having picked up serious interest and decided to be a part of this program, because what it does then is it emphasizes one, a little trust in the community. Program, they are from the community, but now they are involving the police, and there is no gun involved. You are still coming to talk about law and order. And a lot of times, I was actually going as part of preparing for this program, and I went online and I started to do a bit of research. When they talk about police, what do they actually feel? What comes to mind? And there were 3 different stories that I found that I'm going to share very quickly as I open up the conversation. First story, I'm driving on Masaka Road, Masaka Highway, reaching PG Total Station Park. I'm with my children, my family, which lives away from here, but they had come for holiday here. We are all here. They are used, the kind of images that you see when you're outside of Uganda is police brutality, beating up people. Those are the images that you see on social media. Social media will never pick up a positive picture, a positive story. So my kids stop, and then we see a Land Cruiser parking, and then one police officer jumps out wearing the black counter-terrorism police uniforms. Very nice, sharp. He's wearing his gloves, you know, the way they walk with their pistol. And one of my sons just goes and says, "Papa, is that a Ugandan police officer?" I said, "Yes." "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." "He's too cool." I said, "Go and tell him." So my son walks and goes to the police officer. Rare, because people who live abroad don't care. But the police is just normal. It's normal stuff. And he goes to the police officer and says, "Hello, officer." So he asked me, how do I say that in Uganda? So he goes to the police officer and says, "Officer, onyumide nyo." So police officer just shakes his hand and then goes. What do we find out later? It was MP Honorable Theodore Sechikubo, his bodyguard. And so, but because the image they had is a pot-bellied police officer wearing uniform that doesn't fit, uncomfortable, and just waiting to take any bribe that would come their way. Here they find a very smart police officer like Afande Mwebembezi is. And that started, that for me was really a very, very strong story. And that was story number one. Story number two, last night there is a home that was broken into. A lady was sexually assaulted by a person who is known in the area. It's not like he's even a person from far, but the lady forgot to close her door. Someone comes and walks in. Woman raises nduru. The next thing is police comes in. These are things that police will come, they will investigate, they'll bring dogs, they arrest the person, but that goes quiet because it is supposed to be normal. Why is it that when they do the right thing, we do not appreciate that, and when something goes wrong, that's when we raise the flags? I think for me that really spoke volumes. The other time, the last story was in Kiriandongo. Accident happens, it's nearly 2 a.m. Because I'm a journalist and therefore have all my connections, I just make a very quick call. A serious bus accident had happened in Kiriandongo. I call, Fande Kaima was the spokesperson at the time. Call of Fande Kaima says, there's been a situation. Within 5 minutes, they had already called Nakasongora police. They had sent a dispatch from Mijera. Another one came from Kafu. Within 30 minutes, support was in place. Now, you see the kind of quick response that in situations in the past where you would call the police and then they will ask for fuel before they can come in. These realities are beginning to change because as a country, I think we have also moved. So, there's no conversations that having. Police, nayo, etegera. Kubanga omuntu buli appreciating a chakora. It becomes difficult for them to get motivated to work. Abere mukozi wa wakana akora buli gojja that's when the noise comes in. It does not really work well. So we need to talk about, yes, we should speak about the things that are not right, but also let's look at the things that are right. So this is what this program is about. Before we go into that, I'll just ask Mega Vision Director, Madam Zainab, to come and just do an introduction of this particular program in their context.
I'm Nantume Zainab, Director, Mega Vision Association. Mega Vision Association is a registered organization in Uganda, and our major mission is to create awareness. We've been creating awareness in many things like malaria, sickle cells, sexual harassment, and others. This time, we came up with Coffee with a Police Officer after seeing the very big gap which is there. So we wanted to come out and cement that gap. Mega Vision Association kitongole ekiri mu mateeka amatuufu mu Uganda ekyewandiisa. Omulimu gwaffe omukulu tugezaako okulaba nga tumanyisa abantu ku bintu ebimu era nga bye twali tukoze okumanyisa abantu ku malaria especially mu baana abato kutya bwe bayinza okwekuuma okuba nga tebalwala musujja ogwo gw'ensiri, sexual harassment oba okukabasanyizibwa era program twagilonchingako ne IGG last year ku Serena Hotel. Era tulimu bwe tukyakutambuza tubadde nga tukolagana ne poliisi. Naye oluvannyuma lw'okulaba embeera wakati w'abantu ne poliisi tetumanyi kikyabaawo kubanga engeri gye tubadde nnyo mu puroguramu enaddala ya sexual harassment tubadde nga tugenda ku poliisi naye ebizibu bye tusanze n'obwangu bwe tusanze y'ensonga lwaki twavuddeyo ne tugamba tugezezzaako tutya okulaba nga omuntu wa bulijjo ofa abantu ne poliisi tugezaako okuba nga tukwatagana bumu. Because police, with the community, they are the people they serve each day. So there shouldn't be any hatred. There's no reason for that. Do you know kubanga tukwatagana nga much as we keep the law and order, sijja kukola musango gane kunvunana kubanga twagala tubondinge no. Naye kye tuzze okulaba tikakyayi kano kagatanya abantu naddala mu Africa. Ffe waffe mu Africa kagatanya abantu bw'olya n'omuntu oluganda lweyongera okunywera oba obungu bweyongera okunywera. So this is why we are here. I appreciate the police because in many sectors, Mr. Kasim, when you go there and you take such a program, what they tell you, they say, bring it kidogo, let I I'm very, very, very appreciative for the police. This program, yes, camping, everyone, CPC, Apollo Navala, Navanji. Naye, tewali muntu yasabye even a single coin. Yeah, they are bright. So neneunya the police tujimanyi ngokwati.
Kitu kidogo.
Sawa naye kati neunyisa okulanga program eno bajagadde ne embracing nga without even any bribe. So that's why we're here.
Thank you very much Mukyala Zainab Antume. Nkakasa nti eri omuntu yenna abadde awulira at least kati asobodde okutegeera kino obuvu n'obuddo bw'ensonga eno tuzze tutya okwesanga we tuli. Nsabe afande mwebembezi naye atuwe, especially in terms of expectations. One of the things actually behind the experience afande is policing is by consent. Police tesobola kukola mulimu nga tefunye consent y'abantu. Kubanga buli otafuna consent, beyond that ojagenda ogende mu bantu waliwo ekizibu ekibaddewo weetaaga abajulizi. Abantu basirike buli muntu atunule ku mabbali. If you don't get witnesses, you cannot move a case. So when we say that policing is by consent, ogenda ku policing abantu abeeteefuteefu okuba nti babeera policed. And that's why now programs like these are very important, because they help build the consent, the consensus around consent. Then you start participating. People report cases, police go for investigations. As they get investigations, they need witnesses. Witnesses are from the community. So the moment they get the evidence, then it's only with the evidence that they can actually prove a particular case. Without evidence, it becomes very difficult. Afande Mwebembezi, over to you. Now, in terms of the police, and even having joined this program, what it feels, what your expectations are.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kasim, moderator, Madam Zainab. I want to express my gratitude. I'm sincerely humbled to be here, and on behalf of Entebbe Police Division, I think we are so humbled. We think, actually it took us by surprise when they are like, because I'm the community liaison officer for Entebbe Division, and I'm the one spearheading the community policing program in Entebbe community. I always, with a few staff that we have, we always take up the initiative of going to the communities, approaching them, making sure that we tell them that we are available for them.
Yes.
However much, sometimes we don't get the positive response, but we still keep to push to let them know that
You are there.
we are there for them, not for ourselves. You understand? But now, since it has changed and the community has started to appreciate that they also need us, sure they need us, only that some people live in denial and they be like, you cannot live without police. And there is no way we can do our police work without the people. It is the basic knowledge that we need each other. I appreciate this program, and I have a feeling that whoever sits with us here, whoever shares the cup of tea or coffee with any police officer, be it here, be it in any place, they will move away appreciating that police officers are human beings, police officers are fathers, police officers are husbands, are wives, are daughters, are grand. So, I have a feeling that that attitude, the negative attitude, the negative publicity that we have been given, as time goes by, it will change. It will change. I'm very hopeful this program, if we can inspire on it and we take it further to the communities, we move it out actually from this hotel setting, and we even take it to the, I don't know if it is accepted to take it to the Marwa thing and whatever. But
to the joints where you can get people,
we can
yes.
get
Can attract
that local
people.
person
Yeah.
who rarely gets an interaction with the police officer, but only relies on the myths, on the words and whatever, without getting a chance of interacting.
Yes.
Even if we reach out to that person, if we get that opportunity, I'm sure we shall create a very big impact. And we are going to create very many agents of this kind of attitude change.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'm very happy and delighted to be here.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
hoping for the best here.
Thank you, Afande.